You know the old saying, it's not how many times you fall down, but how many times you get up. That couldn't be more true than in sports. And one of the things that I work with athletes on is developing a stronger resiliency, because everything's fine when things are going well, but what happens when you get knocked down and you face some stress and adversity in life? That is, I think, the difference between good athletes, great athletes, average athletes, good athletes, and so on. It's often that piece. So I think it's really important to inoculate and prepare for those tough days. You know, it's real easy to do well in a practice situation, an empty gym, at the driving range if you're a golfer, but don't let that fool you. While it's important to practice and train, of course, that helps with your sports success. If you think that alone will guarantee future sports success, it might be a little bit misleading. And what I mean by that is, until there's pressure, and pressure is something that we see in sports all the time, until you learn how to practice with pressure and get in those situations, again, it might be a little bit misleading what you can do when no one's around and no one's paying attention versus when the game is on the line. Some of the keys when it comes to resiliency: first of all, don't be a perfectionist. I think when athletes set themselves up that way, there's absolutely no margin for error, and that actually leads to more frustration. You don't want that. So strive for excellence, and by doing so, you're still going to play to the best of your ability, but you allow yourself some room for those tough days, and that's really important here. You want to take on what you learn from those tough days. Instead of dismissing it and being upset at yourself or blaming someone else, you want to learn from those experiences. And finally, one of the things in psychology we talk about is adopting what we call an internal locus of control. And what that means simply is that all the things that happen to you, especially the things that center around adversity, the things that you need to develop resiliency around, you want to look at those as things that you have a vested interest in, not because a coach is playing politics or an official made a bad call, but always turn it inward. What can I do better next time? Where should I have been better the last time out that I can learn from? That's what we're talking about versus an external locus of control where no matter what has happened to you, you point outward as the reason. So I think that successful people tend to look inward first and what they can do to improve, and as a result, they strengthen their resiliency and they reach their full potential.